No, it was really disappointing.
After all that.
I really put my heart and soul into that too, and was on there just listening to myself talk normally. I was like, wow,
That sucks.
this is not what I was hoping it would be.
All right, so we got that. Let's see here. We're live on TikTok, and then
What's going on, you crazy TikTokers? Some of y'all and your names are wild.
look, and then LinkedIn's going for the first time. So this is our inaugural LinkedIn page live, and then we've got Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and then our Project Tribute supporters page as well. So we got lots going on there.
Boom.
If you guys are joining us from wherever you're at, we definitely would love to hear where you're from. Even if you're watching the recorded version, go and type in the comments where you're from, and if you're a first responder, what agency you work for, if you're allowed to say. Maybe you're part of the 3-letter agency. I don't know.
That would be cool.
We've
Then you can share whatever you want.
No, you can't, because then we get no.
They might. We won't.
Okay.
Message us privately.
Don't do that. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and just get kicking. So trick or trunk.
Man, y'all are wild for some candy.
Yeah. We saw, I mean, I would easily say 1,000 kids.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah,
and people were like, so we were supposed to start at 5:30 and we had a line at the door. I showed up at like 5:10-ish. And there was a line at the door then, and you said they were here even before that. So people were here and they were ready to get some candy. So,
and thank for the weather. I mean, it was cold, but
it was
from what the rain forecast was, we lucked out. I mean, it worked out really, really well. So if you're one of the ones that came and saw us for our first go round, I just want to say thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I've been thinking about this a lot, and I keep getting asked the question about why, how do we get to the Project Tribute Foundation? And there's just been lots of these little God moments, right? And so I was listening to I always forgot. Oh, Bob over at Refuge Medical last night. He was telling a story about it was a really amazing story, really, on helping somebody on the Sabbath go shopping and all these other things. But
sure.
And this is such a petty one, but we spent $380 on candy. And then Thorin over at Patriot Auto, he runs the service center. And then, he said, hey, I'm going to chip in on candy.
Yep.
Unbeknownst to me, he then went and asked for out of the service department, hey, does anyone want to chip in as well? So we spent on that day $380. They raised $370. What are the chances of that?
Like you said, it's God moments.
Yeah,
that's the only way that works.
Absolutely. I mean,
and with how many people that showed up too, that's a God thing.
Well, because I was panicking on, I need to make this, because to me, we've attended plenty of events out in the middle of the field, right? Yep. And almost every event that I've attended has included rain if we're outside. I just want to point that out, especially over at the Barrel Mound Shooting Center. It's always rain, snow, and I love that place, but it's the weather does not cooperate.
No.
And so to me, it's, the one reason I love going to the burial mounds is because they take care of us. I mean, they feed us, they've got great facilities. It's just from a vendor perspective, it's very comfortable. Okie Jeep Jam, same thing. Like, it was just a very comfortable atmosphere. So I wanted to make sure that we were providing that for folks that came and attended, but I was worried about money. Yep. How do I pay for this? And so what was exciting is that by them paying for the bulk of the candy, I was then able to buy the pizza.
Yep.
And it seems small, but it really, I mean, that was such a huge blessing that they provided for us to be able to take care of all those that showed up. I just can't thank Thorne and the service team. I can't thank him enough.
Yeah. And really, we had the perfect amount. I mean, we ran low, like right when people started kind of trickling off. So, yeah, we went from, I mean, I'd say earlier than 5:30 now because of how many people showed up early, but they were ready. They were. But yeah, I mean, we were prepped to go to 7:30 and pretty much everybody had cleared out by right around 7:00. So, I mean, it worked out pretty well and everybody got their candy. It was cool to see everybody show up. And like I said, we were just completely astonished on how many people actually showed up.
Yeah.
Because I saw the Facebook event. I'm like, okay, so 60 people said they were going. And I mean, another like 400 or so said they were interested in going. And I think kind of like we talked about, there were a lot of other places that decided they weren't going to do theirs because it was the rain and the cold. And, we persevered and showed up, and so did everybody else.
Yeah, we were going to do it one way or the other. That's for sure.
So super awesome.
Yeah. All right. So have we filmed since the Okie Jeep Jam? I don't know if we have or not. I feel, we did.
Yeah.
So this will now be your third time, around Jeepers.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, they show up, don't they?
They sure do.
Yeah, I love my Jeepers.
Good group to call on when you need somebody to show up.
Yeah, absolutely. The so locally it was the Jeepers Anonymous, and then there was like the 918, and there's some Coffeeville Jeepers, and all of them are under several umbrellas.
Yep.
And I think that there's the Beeville Jeep Club too as well. But shout out to all the folks that showed up. We had officers from the Dewey Police Department, officers from Bartlesville Police Department.
I think they made it because I think they kind of like
with
their lights going on and everything. Like you sent me that one Facebook post where they posted in one of the Facebook groups. It's like the Washington County police scanner type of thing, just for people to be aware of what's going on.
Shut down the block.
Yeah, somebody was reporting that they shut down the block and that there were cops all over the place. Which I mean, there were, and I guess we kind of shut down the block. But I mean, I think those lights really are what people are like. What is going on over there? But
that was to hop on Facebook immediately afterwards and because when you're in the middle of the event, you don't see how big, but I mean, people were parking all over the place. And then when you see the Facebook post of like, we shut the whole block down, I'm like, yes,
we have succeeded.
That was a phenomenal event.
And then maybe next year we can hope to have like a big old fire truck, and then maybe like an ambulance.
Yep.
And a couple other things. So that'd be awesome.
It would be. And I mean, to me, the facility is perfect for that. I mean, it really did work out great. And it was our first time to use it for something of that nature too.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's see here. A couple other great connections occurred throughout that event. We had lots of folks kind of, wow, I didn't know that this existed.
Yeah.
And then talked with one gentleman and, back on the peer support, we had a great conversation about, he's somebody that is able to provide peer support, and just gave him a tour to make sure he was aware of like this facility is at your disposal 24/7. So we, that was neat. We also handed out a couple bleed kits to Bartlesville. One was a Bartlesville EMS, and then one was a Bartlesville police officer. And then I got a request in from a Bartlesville firefighter.
Nice.
So
there you go.
Yep.
So if y'all would like to help out on those requests, please text bleed kit to 918-856-3977. We could really use your donations. You've probably heard us say it before, but we've got over $430,000 in requests pending that we're trying to get filled. So if you've got a little bit of extra money at the end of the day, maybe throw $5-10 to us monthly. That would really help us out a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's so. I made a Facebook post yesterday because I basically tagged all the pending requests. I tagged those departments, just saying, hey, make sure that you guys are helping us because help us spread awareness.
Yep.
Every one of those pages has 3,000 to 4,000 followers, and so we could quickly grow awareness just with some help. So if you're an agency that has put a request in, help us. I mean, it's one of those things. I can only help me help you.
Yep. Share us on places. Facebook makes it super easy. You can go on and click on, I believe, the 3 dots, and you can invite friends to your page. You hit one button and you can invite all of your friends. So I've done that. Pretty much everybody who's closely involved has done that. So if you can find that button, hit that, and that helps us out there. But other than that, just sharing us with other people, whether that's a post that we make or if you like and comment on the stuff that we're sharing, that helps us out tremendously. And we also get paid by Facebook with how much engagement we get. So
last
that.
week we got $20.
Nice.
But I mean, honestly, that's half a bleed kit. So I'll take $20.
Absolutely.
And then we did. So I do want to address one thing. So we had a comment come through, and it was, I only support local. I want my money to stay local, basically. And so the beauty of what we do, because we are completely volunteer based, we don't have any paid staff. We're also that small that we're able to, if somebody says, hey, I want to donate, but I only want to donate to this agency, we can easily do that. It's from as little as like the Lion Foundation. They wanted the 3-county area that they serve. So that every agency in 3 counties, we were able to keep the money in those 3 counties. We've had plenty of requests of, hey, I want to cover this request for that agency.
Yep.
So we can take the funds and be very specific on a specific request for that town. Or if your town doesn't have a request, every single first responder that we come across needs tourniquets and needs bleed kits.
Yep.
I have yet to come across one that didn't. So if you want to support your town and just want to make a donation in support of your town, we can easily do that.
Yep. Just let us know.
Yeah. I mean, we're trying to do the intermediate level bleed kits. They run about $75 to us. So just do the math. If you have 10 officers or 10 firefighters, 10 whatever, $750. Now you don't have, like, you can gather up your neighbors or whatever, we don't take a cut of that. We just make the purchase of however many kits that you're wanting to fund, and I mean, show you the receipts. I mean, it's very transparent. So that's the beauty of what we do, is that we just take, all I want is the funds to be able to go help, and we, that's kind of the secondary part of that. We're not a flow through, because we've already established who needs what. We've already established the items that at a price that most folks can't in most areas, like the rope devices. We got a pretty substantial discount on those versus what the department would have paid. They basically got two for the same price, two for free, for lack of better terms. So we're not a direct flow through, because we've already identified the need. We've identified the item that meets the need. We've established a better pricing, and so it also helps the, well, why couldn't I just hand it directly to them? You can. That's fine too. We can just hand a little bit more for that same price. That's it. But if like, let's say you're watching and most of our viewers are from Bartlesville, and you say, hey, I only want to support Bartlesville agencies. Okay. We can easily do that. I can get as specific or as vague as you want. I just want Bartlesville, or I just want, Washington County Sheriff's Office. So if like they've got a request in for some fire extinguishers, $200, and we can fulfill the 4 fireworks. I think it was either 4 or 5 that they requested. So it's just, we're able to really ebb and flow based on the donor, which is, it's odd and it's hard to understand, because it's like stupidly transparent,
right?
But frequently that's kind of the whole. Remind me of that name. There's a TikTok name on here that's pretty funny. I can't say it out loud.
We started this and I said, oh boy, here comes the TikTokers and all their weird names. So we found one.
But yeah, so the beauty of what we do is that we're able to really just be specific and surgical with the money, or vague if somebody just wants to say, hey, I just want to help. Like you said, we've got $430,000 in request. The other big thing is we're trying to help cover some of our operational funds, which would be the peer support facility, some our licenses and fees, that kind of stuff. So that runs roughly $23,000 a year. So we're just trying to raise next year's. So that's kind of our big goal. We're going to be trying to fundraise through Giving Tuesday, and $25,000 is going to be our initial goal, and see if we can make a chip into the $430,000 of requests that we've got out there. And then liveathon.
We might include that as part of our Giving Tuesday. Campaign.
So we're trying to figure out ways that we can fundraise. We started off with a dodgeball idea, and then it seemed like the participants needed the date to be pushed back. Right now we've got a banquet in February, and then we're talking about doing a liveathon, maybe another bake auction. So if you're here, if you're listening, we're open to other ideas of how to fundraise. The only thing that I don't want to do is do it in like putting firefighters on the corner, fill the boot. They do that. I don't want to do something that impacts the local first responders fundraising efforts. So open to any ideas.
Real question is, so how many pies does one of us have to throw in the other's face to actually get the donations that we need?
Man, we can do it. It's this room is full of the padding, and
so you're gonna have to wall it. I've got a whole bunch of the painter's plastic.
You will never get that smell out.
That's wonderful.
Have you seen the TikTok couple where the balloons in their house? Have you seen that?
I don't know if I've seen that one, but I've seen similar ones where they absolutely ruin their house. And there's always a comment on there that's like, what do you guys do after this video?
Right.
You just sit there and stare at the mess, and you're like, now what?
I mean, so the one they I don't know what they fill the balloons up with, because it's not whipped cream, but it's almost like shaving cream, but it's really liquidy. And they show them all of them afterwards, they laugh, whatever, then they clean it up. But I keep thinking this room is full of absorbent material. So we cannot hit each other with pies.
We can take it to the street.
I'll take it to the street. You want to take it to the street?
Dave, we got to take it to the street to make some money.
I got a lot of pent up anger. We are taking it to the street.
I saw one video where this guy was doing something like that, and I think he was trying to express how much maple syrup he puts on his pancakes. And so he had a 5-gallon bucket of maple syrup, and you just see this just singular pancake. And he just dumps the whole thing on his counter and everything. And a guy comes on after the video, was like, what do you do after you pour all that maple syrup out?
Right.
You're all alone, staring at your counter covered in maple syrup. And now you just come to the realization that now you have to clean all that up
Right.
on your hands and knees,
Yeah.
alone in your house.
That's got to be horrible.
Yeah. But
Oh.
people do anything for a couple views, so.
I'm at that point, man. I will absolutely sell a feet pic.
So you heard, I was going to say.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. Well, enough donations and we'll dump a whole thing of maple syrup on John.
Wait, hold on now. How do we get from fighting in the street to dumping?
So now you need a fight in the street covered in maple syrup. That would be funny. And then with pies.
We're going to call this Fat Man and Sweets?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And then, like, what if somebody just logged in right now to that moment?
Mm-hmm. So we were fighting in the street covered in maple syrup with pies. That could be fun. You could make a game out of that where it's like, we're going to fight covered in blank with blank.
So like a Mad Libs.
Yes.
But, oh, man, this is horrible.
Fun. I'm sure there's somebody out there that has some better input than I would. But
yeah, your input sucks today.
Yes.
My feet. That's to clarify, my feet.
Oh, they're theirs, though.
Yep. I think. Cool. So in the liveathon, we're trying to figure this out. I haven't done too. I literally just.
Oh,
yeah.
Hey, we do a lot more constructive things than just talk about weird ways to make money.
Yeah. So Shay just logged in at that moment. So it getting wild over here. All right. So liveathon. I haven't done too much research on it. I need to. I know. I mean, ultimately, it's just trying to get a advocacy for what we're fundraising for. I almost wonder if we dedicate time frames to like this hour we're trying to raise for this item, or
you could, yeah. I mean, or you could literally just put up requests and then just say this is the one we're raising for now, and then when you meet that, you just move on to the next one, and then you just find new things to do. That's the biggest thing, I think, is just finding stuff to fill the time. So,
I mean, what if we tried to play a round of Monopoly with no one flipping the table?
That would be hard.
Or Risk. Risk is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about movie commentary, which, like I said, if you ask my wife, all I do is talk while the movie plays. So.
Are you a movie talker?
I am. All I do is talk. And I
try. What?
Yeah.
What do you talk about during the
movie? Everything.
Do you talk about the movie or do you bring in other facts?
Oh, no. It's about the movie.
No.
Yeah.
Is it about?
Most of the time it's like, that's that guy from that thing.
Okay. Yeah. That's not about the movie.
That's about.
No. If you're talking Star Wars lore or like, so that dude and that gal are brother and sister and they don't know it. That's one thing. But like, you're
that's
like.
a spoiler.
Right. But, well, it's not a spoiler. That happened in the 70s.
Yeah. But if you're watching the movie, at what point is a spoiler no longer a spoiler?
I don't know, but I mean, so instead instead of talking about the movie, you're gonna be like, that dude crashed his private airplane the other day.
No. It's always movie related, but I'd be like, that guy plays in that movie.
Okay.
And a lot of times you can like barely recognize them or they're all make-upped up. And, but yeah, it's a very important part of the movie. It's like the movie history.
How much of time, like if a movie is an hour, what percentage of that hour are you talking during this movie?
Like, how often am I pausing it to talk?
You pause it?
No. At worst, I talk over it.
Oh, you. Ooh.
My husband hates. So Shay says on Facebook, my husband hates watching movies with me. He said I ruin movies for him with behind the scenes spoilers.
Because she's there. She's a set medic.
Wow.
So that's like the Killers of the Flower Moon. She was on scene as the medic for the set. So she can like ruin it.
That's another level.
Yeah, like, so she would be the one to be like, yeah, when DiCaprio did this in that movie, his hand was actually cut and he really wiped his blood on her hand. Like, that happened in a movie, by the way.
That's pretty crazy. That's more insight than I could offer.
Into Django. Yeah, no, she could like throw down insight.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah. I delivered appliance the other day for a gal who was the mom of the guy that films like, it was a bunch of stuff with like Clint Eastwood, and he filmed the movie with Christian Bale based on the vice president. It was Bush's vice president.
Bush's vice president,
I think.
Cheney.
Yeah, they made a movie about him.
Okay.
Where so I met the mom of the guy that does the photography.
You met the mom of the guy,
Yeah.
the brothers that built the
I knew
camera,
this
that
guy that
loaded
knew
the
this
film.
guy, huh?
Yeah.
I knew the guy that knew the girl that knew the guy.
You're not allowed to talk to our movies. Like, just we're gonna do a silent film festival
Movie
just
commentary.
for you. Like,
oh man, it'd be torture.
Clearly, and so every time you talk, somebody has to donate.
Oh, wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah. Huh. How do we monetize that?
Yeah, right.
So I also had a pretty cool conversation at Okie Jeep Jam. But I am not qualified for the conversation. Yep.
As with most conversations we involve ourselves in.
Oh man. This one I am less qualified than most.
Dang.
So young lady came up and she liked that we had the first responder flag, and she asked, could her help make a new line on the first responder flag? Like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So for mental health, because now that they're putting mental health folks in, like Sierra, one of our board members, they're putting mental health folks on the front lines with first responders. We see that here with like Allison, Sierra, Corey. Corey was actually here. The white pickup truck that was one of them. Like, if you're in crisis, Bartlesville PD will send somebody. Corey's one of them, and her partner, her officer partner, is Sierra. So they were wanting to put a line on the flag, and then there was questions about what color should we put on there.
That's up to you.
I have no idea.
No, but it definitely falls under the realm of, like, providing life-saving aid and being there in emergencies. And I would definitely say that it,
yeah, I thought it was fantastic.
Correlates, yeah.
But it's kind of a cool thing to realize that there's a new group in there. I mean, the nurses definitely they're there. I mean, plenty of nurses. You saw that at Okie Jeep Jam, them saying thank you for acknowowing that we're there. I'm like, absolutely. I mean, there's nurses on the air evac. There's nurses that are on the. I mean, nurses are first responders. I mean, it's the nurses, the dispatch, the not jail, but jailers.
Correctioners.
Correct. There you go.
Corrections. Correctioners. I don't know if you're called a correctioner. Corrections.
If you're watching movies, you're probably a correctioner.
I am a correctioner, but I'm not corrections. I'll have to get a shirt that says that, correctioner, but not corrections.
There's a lot of shirts I wish I could wear. Like, I feel like if I could have a mood shirt and just walk around, and that would just tell everybody, like, oh, okay, like,
a lot less conversations would start.
Man. Absolutely. Turquoise. What's turquoise?
Turquoise for the color of the stripe.
Does it exist already? I mean, yes, I understand turquoise.
I'm looking at one right now. I'm looking at one there. I don't see turquoise. Oh, but I don't think there's a pre-existing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, because the nerd or fire is red, right? Is turquoise maybe somebody's already identified this. All right, so turquoise is the vote. Didn't know we were voting, but we're voting. So apparently. Turquoise. I wish we could do polls on here.
Yeah.
I know we can on TikTok.
Yeah. Well,
new line for the shirt. I'm not sure. I'll look. Yeah, and that's what we're looking at is to add it to the first responder flag. And I also wondered, where would we put it? Because I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe you just put an 8th, and because the stripes, there's not 7 stars and stripes. There's
you probably might have to. Maybe would it look bad to just add them to a line?
No,
like.
Look, I'm the bearded person at the side of the table. I'm allowed to.
Yep.
I can't finish that full sentence, but I'm allowed to. New line for the shirt. I'm not sure. Oh, she's already said that.
Yep. There you go.
Done.
Well, let's see. What else is going on? So trunk or treat was great.
Yeah. It really was.
Yep.
I'm shocked at how many people came.
Yeah, it honestly was. That's why we keep talking about it. It's just like the amount of people that showed up was phenomenal. And hopefully they got to hear a little bit about us and then share that with other people.
I don't know if you were, so when they were waiting in line and we were doing kind of the final setup, it was probably a group of, I don't know, 100. And I just said, hey guys, here's what we're doing. Here's what this is.
Yeah.
I want to figure out a way that we can safely do a tour of the foundation. I don't know if we do like an invite night or something, somehow where people can stop by and do, like, I don't know, charcuterie and walk through. That way, just get more people to know about it.
Yeah.
Flyers, by the way. I think we missed the good weather. Like,
Yeah, well, I don't know if
straight missed it.
yeah,
We
probably
zoomed past
probably a
it.
couple weeks there, but I mean, we'll rough it. I got warm clothes. We'll go get out there and pass them out. So I'm gonna organize a few people to come out and help.
What's this weekend's weather look like?
Cold, I think, but it's okay.
Okay. I don't think we have anything going this weekend, so we could try to do it if you wanted.
Yeah. Yep. I'll go on there and I'll take a look. And we will get some stuff organized to get some people. If you'd like to come pass out flyers with us just in the Bartlesville area, or like we've mentioned in the past, if you've got flyers, or if you want us to give you flyers and you want to pass them out in your community, just let us know and we'll send them your way, and hopefully we can get that squared away. And but right now we're kind of just mainly focusing on the Bartlesville area, just so we can kind of get a good foundation for the people that live locally. Know that
foundation for the foundation.
A good foundation for the foundation. Bazinga. That's what we'll call this little outreach: is foundation for the foundation.
What if they think that that's foundation like makeup foundation?
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
But yeah, we'll get out there and we'll pass out some flyers and get things going there, and hopefully that gives us some traction. And with the more of the local events that we're doing, hopefully people start to kind of pick us up and talk about us, share the good news about the Project Tribute Foundation.
I'm down to help wherever you need me to. 7-1 on Saturday, 7-1 on Sunday.
7-1.
Maybe 7 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
That's early.
We'll look into it and make it work. Yeah.
Okay, so also, if you're interested and you want to come hang out with us on a Monday live, just reach out to Bryce and we'll get you part of it. We did have another volunteer come through. I sent that over to you, and then had another request come in today for the Cherokee County Sheriff's Office, so we'll get them added. The weather temp this weekend.
No, I'm guessing that's bad.
We missed it.
Nah, there's no missing it. You just gotta suck it up and get out there, put some dirt in it.
That's not how that works.
Rub some dirt in it, you'll be okay.
We got to get you a more American accent. Like I don't know what that is, but we need to work.
It's kind of like Gru, I guess.
If you want to just like hang out and just be I am Groot, we'll allow.
I am Groot.
Yeah, there you go. I think what else, man?
We kind of briefly touched on like a bake sale. Probably do that closer to Christmas.
I owe you guys a pie. I do need to do that next time.
Yep. So if you want to get involved with the Christmas bake sale, John is going to make a pie. He's committed to it now. We'll hold him to it. I will also attempt to make something. But yeah, if you want to get involved with that, just kind of let us know you're interested. We'll probably reach out to a lot of the same people that we already worked with for the October bake sale. But we'd expect a big turnout on that one because everybody loves the Christmas goodies. So we'll get in on that and get some Christmas cheer delivered.
Looks like Lacey said she'll make several somethings for the bake sale.
Hey. Thank you, Lacey.
So some other things I pulled up the website and other ways that you can help us that are non-monetary. One is the Facebook likes helping us be seen by others. That's huge. Either Facebook, TikTok, Instagram has been massively growing. So hi, Instagram. The other is 71 degrees Saturday and 70. Well, that's not what I was guessing.
Well, thank you for that.
Sorry for the confusion. We live confused. Yep. Like it's not you, it's us. 100%. Yep. Okay. So other ways, if you are an agency that has worked with us, going on and leaving us a Facebook review or a Google review is huge. That tells those organizations that we are legitimate, especially if I'm writing a grant and they're going and looking us up. They see that we're out there doing the work.
Yep.
So if you haven't written us a Facebook review or a Google review, taking a couple seconds, clicking that review button on our website, I've got it right here where you can read 31 reviews. You can click that. It'll have you log in. You can sit there and put your review in on there. That's huge. Let's see here. If you're interested through Refuge Medical and you have your HSA, the health savings account, if you've got some HSA funds that you need to spend, if you'll click this link that's on our website, which is projecttribute.com, you can actually buy Refuge Medical gear with your HSA money. They're approved because it's medical supplies. You can also click this link to make a monthly donation, and that's what we're asking is trying to get folks to help have just $5 a month. If everybody chipped in $5 a month, we could really do some amazing work with our first responders and getting gear in their hands. So that's one way. If you click the link on our website, it'll take you to the Snowball site, and that's where you can set up the monthly. You can also
text Bleed Kit to 918-856-3977 now and provide a life-saving donation today.
And so the website's got also a video that we had made by Josiah Peterman. And Peterman or Peterson? Ooh, I apologize.
I don't think I was around for that.
Yeah, he's on our Facebook page. I apologize.
Oh, yeah.
So I've got his stuff's on there. But it's just kind of a quick overview of the foundation. And then we've got some shirt store items being highlighted.
It's getting cold. You might want to go on there and get yourself some warm gear.
Yeah, we got some good stuff on there too. Let's hear agency request form. If you're an agency looking to, hey, I need help on funding stuff, you would just click the form, and it's just a quick Google form. But I do ask, do your part, help ensure that your team's liking our Facebook page. We're going to hit that point where if somebody's very engaged in helping us, we're going to prioritize that agency above others. It's just kind of, we're going to have to.
Yep.
Share the post. Make sure that your folks, your community, your friends know that you've got a request through us, and help share the news. And then we're going to start creating Facebook fundraisers as well per event or per request. But the form itself is very simple. What's your name, first, last name, email, phone number, organization, nature, like what do you need? And then how does this impact?
Yep.
It's very quick. I mean, right there, you could fill this out in maybe 3 minutes versus like Lacey filled out a grant the other day that took days. So that's our goal, is to really do the legwork and go and find the funds.
Yep.
But I need your help, because when we're asking folks for, hey, would you donate $5,000? Well, who are you? Versus, oh, I know about you guys.
For sure. And maybe that's something as simple as, gathering your local community to help for something that your fire department or your police department or your first responders need. But just getting that together so that you can kind of help your own community, which, making those donations even to us, I mean, it helps your community. It allows your first responders to be just that much more able to show up and have the stuff that they need when they're there. Because unfortunately, some departments just don't have the funding that they need in order to, everybody says, I wish I could have this, I wish I could have that. And here we're going to actually make that happen. So, go on there. And if you could, text Bleed Kit to 918-856-3977. That'll also allow you to set up a monthly donation, which we could really use, even if it's just like $5. That's one less coffee every month.
Yep.
Yeah, if you just want to hop on there and help us out, we'd really appreciate it.
So I saw on Facebook 3 years ago, today, we were celebrating life 5.
Wow.
Today we're at life 15 saved.
15.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So
15 confirmed, and who knows how many others touched by,
Yep.
Because that doesn't count all the ones that, it wasn't life saved, but it was preserved,
Well, and I would venture there's some life saves out there that they just didn't report to
for sure.
us.
Oh, well, yeah.
Because
get busy.
We hear about it through the news, and I'm chasing it down going, hey, would you call it? And so then it makes me wonder how many out there that we don't know about.
Absolutely. And then for those that don't know too, with all the refuge medical stuff, if it's ever used, we can replace it.
Yep.
Because that's the great thing that refuge medical does, is anytime like a tourniquet like this is used, anytime any of their stuff is used, as long as we can report it, then we can replace it. So, great. Another great thing that we can do with that.
So I also pulled up, and you can do this on your phone. It just looks a little bit different. You'll have to scroll a little bit further on your phone. But if we are actively seeking board members, we're probably about 4 more board seats, 3 or 4. Bryce actually just got voted in as an official board member for the foundation. So if you're looking to help be leadership and really help us guide and grow, you would fill out the board member application. I would challenge you, though, before you want to be part of the leadership, maybe come and volunteer, just see what we're about, or meet with Bryce and I. And to volunteer, same thing. That form's right here. You click it, and it's the same thing. What's your name? What's your phone number? It's nothing crazy. It's 2 minutes to fill out. And then the other one to do is subscribe to our newsletter. So I think once a week, we've got a newsletter coming out, and it just gives here's the big highlights of what's going on.
Sometimes there's some special discounts in there.
Yep.
Don't want to miss those.
I think that's a pretty good run through. Don't forget, we do have our podcast. Shout out to Warriors Rest. They last night actually shared our podcast and shared to folks to check it out. So that's an amazing organization that I've been kind of watching and had several of our peer support counselors went to their organization and saw some training. But
very cool.
It's definitely in that peer support realm.
They were involved with Okie Jeep Jam, weren't they?
They were, yeah.
Very cool.
And then reached out to Okie Jeep Jam too. I don't know if I told you about that.
Who did?
I did.
Oh.
So I reached out to the committee to see if we could potentially look at a partnership or being beneficiaries.
Oh, yeah.
So, yep. And the other thing that's different with us is you have the transparency tab. All of our monthly finances are put on there. Prospective Advisors here in Bartlesville does our accounting. So it's not me saying that what we're doing. It's actually them looking through our books and then posting. And then if you're interested in buying the gear, the store is right here, which is projecttribute.com. Let me get my mouse. Where's my mouse? There it is. Then I'll put so we'll change the banner real quick. So projecttribute.com. So if you go to the store, it prints to order and ships directly to you. So we've got quite a few things on here. My favorite is the hoodie. And then it's this one right here is specifically made for Brent. He was hosted the Baxter Springs Jeep Invasion and really had asked for us to make him something. So we got that one after several texts. We got this one all hooked up for him.
Perfect for this season. I'd go pick one up. It's going to start getting real cold.
Yep. They're the Bella canvas. They are comfy. All righty. I think that's it. Yeah. So 15th life saved. We learned about that just Saturday, I think. So we're now at 15 lives saved. I did misspeak. I was at a forum last week and I said $250,000 of gear put out. So I want to try to correct that. It's 223,000. 223,000. Is that right? Is that how you say that?
223,000.
Okay. Not 250. I was thinking 225 was a quarter, but that's the 25.
We're getting there. We're so close.
Math wasn't my forte. But yeah, we're getting there. So we put over 220, we'll call it, $1,000 of gear in the hands of first responders through your help, and that's yielded 15 lives saved. So we've tripled the lives saved in just a very short period, and we're going on to our third year, which is a big year in nonprofits. So couldn't do it without you guys, and so the non-monetary things. Thanks, Jay. The non-monetary things that you all do really do make a difference. So hitting that like button, hitting that follow button. We've got some folks over here on TikTok blowing it up. So thank you too. And then on Instagram, same thing. We're in all of our Instagrams, Project Tribute Foundation, isn't it? Yeah. And then Facebook, same thing. YouTube, same thing. Twitch, we've got our one Twitch follower. So if you're here tonight, thank you. Appreciate you
for all those Twitchers.
Yeah,
that's got to be what they call them, right?
I think so.
Because I mean, you call like a person on YouTube the YouTuber, but then again, a YouTuber is a person that makes content on YouTube. So we would be YouTubers,
a Facebooker, a Twitcher,
YouTubies, Twitchies.
You do talk a lot during movies, don't you? Yeah,
that's all I do.
Okay, well, so we're gonna try to figure out liveathon coming up. I think that's it.
That's pretty much
you got anything else?
No, that's it for me.
Okay. So currently our oldest pending request that we could use your help with, if you go to the donation request tab, you can scroll down and we've got, so these three are our oldest, and then Jinx Fire and Rescue is kind of the next one that we're trying to fundraise for. They've asked for some mass casualty kits. We came pretty close to almost getting it funded. And then I've got a quote out for the Schlishman wraps for our Bartlesville SROs. So we've got a couple Bartlesville requests we're going to be trying to fund. So if you are local and want to help your Bartlesville agencies, all you got to do.
Text bleed kit to 918
856 39. You are fired. Okay.
Well, I didn't take it away from the screen.
Well, how many times have you said this?
A lot.
Okay, so there it is.
Text bleed kit to 918-856-3977 now and provide a life-saving donation to the Project Tribute Foundation.
You're fired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says that every day.
I do. Alrighty, guys. So we're going to go ahead and sign out unless anyone has any comments, questions, any other chime-ins. Let me make sure. Yep. So cool. Thank you guys for tuning in. And then, like I said, if you have any, if you're watching this later on, feel free to check. Bryce and I are watching this pretty constantly. So if you have questions, just type it in there. If there's something you wish we talked about next Monday or next time we went live, just let us know. But other than that, we're gonna go sign out. Anything else?
That's it for me.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have
See
a good
ya.
one.